Alright, what is up guys? This is Brandon with Brandon Coin, and if you're watching this video and you've already been subscribed to me, then you probably don't even need to watch it. I'm actually creating this video because a lot of people in my Discord, they'll come in, they'll be like, hey, I saw this, and they have a lot of questions. So this is your noob or newbie's guide to NiceHASH and getting it up and running. So I'm probably going to end up using this to link back to it on a lot of future videos. So if you're seeing one of my other videos and you clicked on this link to try to figure out what exactly NiceHASH is and how it makes money, I'll just do a quick little rundown and go through it. So we're going to start off at www.nicehash.com, and you'll see it's you can sell power or you can buy power. And basically how it comes down to, in layman's terms, is these sellers are the people that actually have the computers and sit there and let them do the computations and complications and all the run the software that generate the money. And the buyers are the ones who pay to have those sellers do all that for the coins. If that makes sense. So if you're watching this, you're most likely a seller, because I don't do any buying and I haven't done any buying videos. So what you would want to do first is you can click on learn more, and it'll bring you over to the sell page, and then it'll ask you, what do you want to sell with? Your CPU or GPU, which would be your processor in your desktop computer or laptop if you're brave enough, or your graphics card in your desktop/laptop. If you have an ASIC, then you probably don't even need to watch this video because you're already ahead of me. And if you have a rig farm, you definitely don't need to be watching this. But be like, alright, let's click on this. I want to earn with my CPU/GPU. And what it is the NiceHASH software. You can go ahead and click on download right here. It'll bring you over to the download page. Now you need to figure out, do you have an AMD graphics card, or do you have an NVIDIA graphics card? AMD, NVIDIA. They split the mining software. The newest software they have only supports NVIDIA, and their older software, it runs on their legacy program. So if you have an AMD RX card or whatever, then you'd need to be over here, or one of the R9 series. Or if you had a GTX card from NVIDIA, you'd need to be over here. And actually, I believe there's a pretty easy way to figure it out. Let's see here. Well, alright, let's go to the start bar, computer, properties, device manager, and then we're going to go to display adapters. So I got a GeForce GTX 1050 Ti in this car, or in this computer. So from there, you can also take a look at, while you're there, your processor. This is an AMD A8 5600K. So we'll take that information, and then you can actually, before you even download anything, you can go over to the Profitability Calculator. You can select your hardware, go down to GTX 1050 Ti. You can input your electricity cost. That's 10 cents per kilowatt. That's pretty standard. You can calculate it out, and you come down here and you can see that right now a 1050 Ti is making about 45 cents a day after electric. So not making a ton of money, but $3 a week and about $22 a month. So, but you can take that information and extrapolate it out and figure out if you want to put more graphics cards in your computer, or if you have a bigger card, for example, let's say a 1080 Ti, you would be making $1.66 a day after electricity. So just gives you an idea. That's $82 a month after electricity cost. That's a good little chunk of change you could be making just on your off time. Now let's go back over to the download page. You would click on which one you're going to download. I have the NVIDIA card, so I've already downloaded this, and I'll show you what it looks like after you get it downloaded and running. You'll boot it up here, right here. This is what it loads in as, and this is the most current version, 2.0.1.11, which is right there. It starts this up. Don't get freaked out by this command prompt looking thing in the background. That's normal with it. Then the first thing I like to do is, well, first you need to put in your wallet address. And if you're going to be small time mining, when you go back to NiceHash's website over here, nicehash.com, you have to register. And when you register, you can create an internal wallet. I suggest using the internal wallet to mine to originally, because the internal wallet has a lot lower payout periods. If you mine to an external wallet, say if you have a Coinbase account or some other Bitcoin wallet, it takes a lot longer to get your payout. And if you're only using 1 or 2 cards, it could be forever before you get a payout. So if you put your internal wallet address right here, then you click save. Now whenever you start mining, it'll start mining to your internal wallet, and see, it'll show whatever current balance you have that's waiting to be paid out. Next thing I do is go over here to hardware details, then it'll show you your CPU and also your GPU. This CPU doesn't make barely any amount, so normally this is what it looks like when it's on. I just go ahead and turn it off, because I'd rather just save the life on my CPU than, basically it burns more electricity than it does make money. And that's not the case with all CPUs. A lot of the more higher end stuff, Core i5s, Core i7s, the Ryzen 5s, Ryzen 7s, they actually do make money. Some of those make upwards of $1, and the Threadripper I think makes like almost a couple dollars a day. The next thing you want to do is make sure your graphics card's turned on. Then you can click on it and you can actually see what's enabled. These are what's called algorithms. These algorithms are what it actually mines, and mines the coin. The only thing you need to pay attention to is you need to benchmark them. Go ahead and benchmark them all. That takes a while. It'll maybe take an hour, depending on your system, maybe a little bit longer. Then you need to look at the BTC per day right here. So you basically want to mine or select the highest ones. Now that's not always going to be true to the case, because these always fluctuate. If you notice, one of them just changed a second ago. So I turn on all the ones that I know for sure don't give me a problem. For some reason this system gives me a problem on this kayak algorithm, so I just turn it off. And actually when I tried to benchmark it, it says data not available because it crashes on there. So if it crashes on the benchmark, go ahead and deselect it. Some computers and some systems, some setups like certain algorithms more than others. I've had a 1050 Ti and one computer over here, like this algorithm better, and then one over here like that algorithm better. Don't rack your brain too much trying to figure it out. Just find out what's good and stick with it. Then after you've benchmarked them and you selected the algorithms you like, or the ones that your computer likes, you can go ahead and click start. If I click start on this right now, it's going to get kind of super laggy, so just bear with me, but the audio still should come through pretty clean. So I'm going to click start right here, and when it does that, this will start doing some things. And basically the only thing that you need to watch is back right here, the daily estimated earnings. That will start going up, and it'll hit a point where it kind of like levels off. So I'm probably going to stop this as soon as it just shows something here. It takes a minute to get like spooled up, as I like to say it. See, it's the 12 cents right there, and it'll keep on going up slowly and slowly. 22 cents. I'm going to go ahead and stop that now. But if you can see on the readout report right here, see it started out and then it started mining 2 mega hash, 3 mega hash. This card usually peaks at around 13 mega hash, so we still had a little bit more to go. This was probably going to end up making 70 to 80 cents a day. And then you can just let that sit there and mine all day. And what I typically do is I'll let mine mine. You turn off your monitor and you just let it sit there and run. And then at the end of the day, when you get back home from school or you wake up the next morning, you got a little bit of money. You can get into overclocking to make a little bit more, and also make sure your card's running cool. I'm going to make a separate video for that. This is basically a just strictly 100% intro to mining. Now after, say you've mined a little bit and you notice your balance went back down to 0, that means you can log into the website, which I'll do right now. Where are we at? Log in, and it goes to your internal wallet, and I'll show you what that looks like here. I'm not a robot. Log in. Okay, see, this is my current balance for my internal wallet. I have 0.0027, which is right at $27. Then I can click on wallet right here, and you can go over to transactions, and you can actually see when you get mining payments. So my last payment was 0.0013, and then you can either choose to withdraw or deposit. Depositing to this account would be if you wanted to buy hashing power, but since we're selling hashing power, we're not buying. But if you wanted to withdraw, you have a couple options. You can withdraw to a separate BTC wallet. There is a minimum that's a little bit higher. It's 0.0021. Takes about 24 hours to process, and there's a fee. But now if you withdraw to a Coinbase account, which link down in the description below if you need to make a Coinbase account, which I believe those are free actually too. The minimum is only 0.001, so a lot lower minimum. I think that's like around $10. Processing time is instant. It literally is instant, and then there's zero fee to do it that way. So it says experimental, but I've used it numerous times. So like withdrawals, all these, you know, we're going to Coinbase accounts, and it worked fine. And I was actually switched up and started using a different Coinbase account and had no issues. So that's pretty much where it stands with NiceHASH. You'll just learn to love this software right here, and I'll be doing a newbie's guide or a noob's guide to overclocking here soon. So thank you guys for watching. If you watch this and you are actually already into mining, then this by far doesn't even come close to scratching the surface. But yeah, so you know, if you're a gamer, you probably don't like me or any of the other people mining. But I was actually watching UFD Tech, and like he said, if you can't beat them, join them. So if you have these big old graphics cards, might as well put them to use. Let them make a little bit of money, and it does not hurt them. Try to keep them, make sure they run below 70 degrees Celsius. That's like the good zone. If you start letting them creep up in the 75, 80s Celsius, then you will actually shorten their lifespan. But you keep them below 70 and they won't have any issue.